Hey guys, no video for our healthcare in Japan playlist. Some people have been asking for updates on the COVID situation in Japan. Here are the latest statistics as of the 19th of June. Total population of Japan, 127 million people. So far, 17,456 have tested positive. About 15,000 have been discharged and sent home. Active cases, 707. And total deaths 935. So obviously a very tragic situation. One death is a tragedy, isn't it? So 935 deaths is a terrible situation. However, we do recognise that compared to some countries, Japan is doing pretty well. So for the reasons we've talked about in previous videos, most likely more about just the way Japanese people live, with their washing of their hands and wearing of their masks and that sort of thing. Sort of comes naturally here, and not much touching goes on between people. A couple of things that have happened recently. One is the government's been plugging these apps, tracking apps. A couple of things we found interesting about this is obviously the English version of the tracking app that the Japanese government's pushing. No close contacts with COVID-19 positive users, it says. Users being the relevant word, isn't it? Because it seems that unless you get at least 60% of the population using these apps, then, and using the same app evidently, not going to do us a lot of good. So we shall see. The other thing we took a bit of issue with, please keep practicing new lifestyle. There seems to be this sort of attitude that this is forever, new lifestyle. It's temporary lifestyle. This whole thing about COVID's going to change the world and it's all going to be different afterwards. We find a little bit of a hard time swallowing that. If you look at things throughout history that have happened like this, once they pass, life goes on as normal, doesn't it? So we shall see what happens with the app, whether it works or whether people want to use it or not. This, usually we see outside shops in Japan, we'll see signs saying mana, talking about manner and etiquette, encouraging people to wear masks. This is the strongest sign we've seen. No mask, no entry. We haven't seen a sign even close to as direct as that one. So usually it's politely asking customers to please, maintain the distance and use the alcohol to wash your hands and wear a mask. Please, usually it says, onegaishimasu, so very soft. That's the harshest sign we've seen so far. No mask, no entry. So, fair enough. It's a butcher shop, by the way. But interestingly, during the same period that we've had the 935 COVID deaths, there's been estimated to be more than 1,200 road fatalities in Japan. And unlike the COVID deaths that are mostly people over 70 years old, obviously the road deaths include a lot of younger people. We saw the Japanese government speaking this week about how they're going to, extra police patrols and things to keep the kids safe. But the reality is, as we've talked about before, everyone's driving around using their phones. There are kids standing on the passenger seats of cars. Not enough safety goes on with the kids coming and going from school. And every year we see kids killed on the road in Japan. So it seems interesting that 1,200 road deaths a year, or so far this year, compared to 935 COVID deaths. But COVID gets all the attention. Lady we saw there driving her car and using her phone was wearing a mask to protect herself from COVID, but using a phone as she drove a car. This guy was lucky we were paying attention, wasn't he? Anyway, that's what's going on in Japan. More videos coming soon.